Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Walker Venrick with Sharp Sports Network, bringing you my top 3 plays for this 10-game NBA slate here on Friday, March 6th. We have a huge slate tonight on our hands, and I am happy to break down my top 3 plays for you. My free article will be posted on sharpsportsnetwork.com, breaking 3 additional top plays down for me in about an hour and a half at the most. So make sure you guys stay on the lookout for that. We will be tweeting that out, obviously, when I drop it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But we're going to jump right into this video as always. We are still waiting on some news. I am wearing my Luka Doncic shirt today in honor of him being questionable. It's a weird thing to do, but if he does miss this game tonight, we are going to have a ton of options on this massive slate. So we're going to need to make sure that we are on the right guys and have the edge that we need to just be successful tonight. And it could be a massive night for the GPP guys as well because of how easy it's going to be to get some leverage because of all the value and all the top tier options. So I'm going to break down my top 3 plays for you. Let's get right into it. If you have not already, though, please do leave a like on this video if you have not already. And then if you do have any questions, maybe some comments or even concerns for us, make sure you let us know in the comment section below. We're happy to give you guys advice when we can. Now, starting off this video, this is usually the part where you say, Walker, what are you doing down here? What are you doing in this 3K range? What are you trying to get at? We are going to get at Aaron Baines. Abe, he's got the 21% usage rate and averages just over 1 fantasy point per minute when DeAndre Ayton is off the floor. Aaron Baines should see at least 20 minutes tonight, I would hope, with DeAndre Ayton out. And he should be one of the most popular guys on the slate tonight. At minimum price here on DraftKings, he allows us to fit in pretty much anything we want in terms of studs. And with so many options, people are going to just be jumping right on the Aaron Baines train and getting themselves that extra salary to pay up to other guys that they're going to want to play. I will likely end up with near 100% exposure to a guy like Aaron Baines tonight just because of the sheer fact of the salary relief, the slate size, and how many different options there are in the mid and high tier range. And like I said, he should see around 20-plus minutes tonight. If he does see 20-plus, he should have absolutely no issue with hitting value here at just this minimum price tag. The Blazers have the 4th worst defensive rating in the league. They are in 27th place, and the Suns are 9th in pace. The Blazers are 11th, so there's going to be a bunch of rebound opportunities. It's going to be a pretty fast-paced game. This game currently has an implied game total of 231 points. It's down like half a point since open, so nothing to really be concerned about. The Blazers are 3.5-point favorites, though, so it should be very competitive, and the only way I could see Baines potentially seeing less than 20 minutes tonight is if he gets in foul trouble, gets injured, or that's really about it. I don't see him playing less than 20 unless one of those two things were to happen. So if you do want to try to get bold and fade him in a GPP, maybe play his counterpart, Check Diallo. I don't mind that as a pivot off of him, but I will have a ton of Aaron Baines. He is great in all formats tonight. I will have a ton of him. Now, jumping over to my second play, though, we're going to go over to FanDuel as always. We are going to talk about Brad Beal and this insane matchup he has tonight. He has a 34% usage rate on the year and averages right around 1.4 fantasy points per minute. This game is the highest total on the slate by a wide margin, currently sitting at a pretty 247.5 points, which is just a gargantuan total. The Wizards are only 3.5-point favorites, so this game's projected to stay competitive. The Hawks allow more points, more fantasy points, more assists, and more steals to opposing shooting guards than any team in the NBA. This is the best possible spot for Brad Beal. There is not another slate or time that I can think of where I would call a 10.1K/10.4K Brad Beal a cash viable play today. He's fine with me in all formats. I absolutely love Bradley Beal today. This is an amazing matchup. He's probably going to end up playing in this 38-minute range here again. And if he does play that and just averages his normal efficiency, he's still going to hit value on this price tag or better. But his efficiency should just be through the roof tonight due to the matchup. So I would not be surprised to see another 67-plus fantasy point game from him. I am in love with Brad Beal tonight. It's an absolute smash spot. He has a deadly floor and ceiling combo. You could just look at his game log and see for yourself. His floor tonight's probably like 40 to 42 fantasy points, and his ceiling is 80. And that is one of the reasons why he's viable for me in all formats. And with so many different studs and options on this slate, if you just go over here to all, I'll show you real quick. With so many other options, though, especially if like Luka gets ruled out and KP's eligible or viable, and then Giannis, or if Luka plays, you got Luka still, AD, LeBron, Trae Young. who just got ruled questionable, could miss this game, something to keep an eye on. But with so many options, I expect his ownership to be pretty middle of the pack compared to where it should be in a smash spot like this. So Brad Beal could be a solid leverage play. As of an early look, his ownership's not projecting to be super high, and it is a smash spot for him. Let's jump over to Monkey Knife Fight real quick. We are going to talk about my favorite two-man play that has Brad Beal in it. All you have to do to find this play is when you go to new game, you're going to want to click this game right here, the all-day star shootout, and then jump over to the fantasy points column. Let me refresh right here. And then when you come over here to fantasy points, you will be able to find Brad Beal and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I love the over on both of these guys. It is a great spot for Brad Beal, as I just mentioned, and Giannis Antetokounmpo has a super competitive game here against the Lakers, who are just 1-point favorites over the Bucks. So this could be a preview of the NBA Finals as well. It's going to be a crazy game. But this is an awesome, awesome spot for both of them. Giannis, obviously, in a competitive game, averaging right around 2 fantasy points per minute. He should see at least 35 tonight, or 33, I would say, is the minimum for Giannis tonight in a competitive game. But I love this, the over on both of these guys in this two-man tonight here on Monkey Knife Fight. If you have not already, when you do come over to Monkey Knife Fight, you will sign up and you will deposit. And when you deposit, you will use code Sharp Sports Network, SSN. The code is SSN, and that will give you a 100% deposit match. So if you deposit 10, you will have 20 in your account. Definitely worth something, worth taking advantage of. And then let's jump over to the third play of the day, though. Back to DraftKings we go. We just kind of mentioned Giannis and touched on him a little bit. We're not going to talk about him. We're going to talk about somebody on the other side. We are going to talk about I just died. We're going to talk about Anthony Davis, though. He has a 29% usage rate on the year and has been averaging over 1.5 fantasy points per minute. Sorry, guys, I just died. He should see at least 34 minutes tonight, hopefully, in a competitive game here against the Bucks, like I mentioned. And this could easily, guys, be a preview of the NBA Finals this year. The Bucks actually allow the 6th most fantasy points per game to opposing power forwards in the league right now. But also notable is that they allow more three-pointers made by opposing power forwards than any team in the league, and the 2nd most rebounds to opposing power forwards in the league. So AD should be able to have success from three-point range when he wants to, just like he did there against Philly. And that's always nice for a guy like AD who's got a solid floor and ceiling as is. But when we're talking about him here in a competitive game against the Bucks in a very favorable matchup, I would not be surprised to see him run it back with another monster performance, at least 55, 60 fantasy points. He feels like a safe play to me in all formats. As of right now, though, I do prefer him only in tournaments, and that's just because we have a healthy LeBron, and there's not really a direct way to just get Anthony Davis into your cash lineup if you're going to go the route that I recommend. So with that being said, he's one of my top GPP plays on the slate, though. I love AD's price tag. He's definitely very, very cheap, especially in comparison to other guys on the slate. You can save $600 by playing him over Bradley Beal, which is kind of nuts. But with that being said, though, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be live streaming on Twitch later this afternoon, right around 5 Eastern. Make sure you guys come out to that live stream and have some fun, get your questions answered out there. And then if I can do anything for you throughout the day, I'll be free. I'll be able to be contacted through Twitter. But I hope to see you guys at the live stream later. And if I don't, then I will see you tomorrow. But good luck to everybody on this slate tonight.